A pattern so chilling, so precise, yet the killer remains in the shadows. They had everything. A quiet town, a loving family, a sense of security. But one night, that illusion shattered. A single phone call, a crime scene that defied logic, and a trail of evidence leading nowhere. But the most chilling part, this wasn't the first, or the last. The call came in at 2:47 a.m., a frantic voice, breathless with fear. 911, what's your emergency? There's blood everywhere. But the door is still locked from the inside. When officers arrived, they found something beyond explanation. A crime scene too meticulously staged to be random. A body, an untouched meal on the table, and a clock frozen at the exact moment of death. But as detectives would soon discover, this wasn't the only case like it. Someone out there was following a pattern. And the truth lay hidden within the details. The victim, 36-year-old Mark Hensley, was found lying in his study, a single gunshot wound to the head. The weapon, missing. Forced entry, none. But then, detectives noticed something eerie. Every clock in the house had stopped at 2:47 a.m. A signature, a message, or a misdirection. The deeper they dug, the more unsettling the puzzle became. Something wasn't adding up. Something about this crime scene just doesn't add up. It's too perfect, too calculated. This wasn't just a break-in gone wrong. This was something else entirely. And it wasn't the first time a crime like this had been committed. Investigators combed through the crime scene, looking for anything, any clue that would break the case open. And then, under the glow of forensic luminol, they found it. Luminol testing bathed the room in an eerie glow, revealing a history of violence hidden beneath the surface. We ran luminol tests, and what we found was shocking. There were footprints, small, deliberate, leading away from the body. Someone had been there, but they had tried to erase themselves. But the real breakthrough came when detectives compared this scene to another crime, 3 states away. Another locked door murder. Another stopped clock. Another unsolved case. Someone was watching, waiting, and striking when no one expected. As detectives dug deeper, multiple names surfaced. A coworker with a grudge. A neighbor with a dark past. A family member with something to hide. Beads of sweat formed on the suspect's brow. The pressure was finally breaking them. They seemed normal. But now, looking back, I remember things that didn't make sense. Strange calls. Disappearances. Lies. Nothing about this scene made sense. And that was exactly what made it so terrifying. Their alibi doesn't match the timeline. Someone is lying. The investigation seemed to be going in circles until a small but critical piece of evidence surfaced. Security footage from a nearby gas station. At 2:47 a.m., a figure was seen wiping down their hands, throwing something into a dumpster. Detectives retrieved the object, a watch, and inside, engraved in tiny letters, a set of initials. The crime scene was silent, but the evidence was screaming for attention. The DNA results were conclusive. The suspect wasn't just near the crime scene. They were the one who pulled the trigger. Every breath was heavy with the ache of a love stolen too soon. I never thought they could do something like this, not to their own family. The trial was swift. The evidence was overwhelming. And the prosecution wasted no time laying out the chilling truth. As the prosecutor delivered their final argument, every eye in the courtroom was locked on them. This was not an accident. This was a pattern. A calculated ritualistic crime, repeated over and over. Until now. With a heavy pause, the judge's next words would decide everything. Justice, or a lifetime of unanswered questions. Based on the overwhelming evidence, this court finds the defendant guilty of first-degree murder. The case was finally closed. The pattern broken. But the scars, they remain. How many others have gone unnoticed? How many clues have been ignored? And most chilling of all, is there another killer out there, watching, waiting, ready to strike again? If this case sent chills down your spine, subscribe to Twisted Truths for more gripping crime stories. Like, comment, and share if you believe justice was served.